Hello and welcome to Nikolay's genetics lessons, and today we are going to talk about water potential of the living cell, and we use this sign to specify water potential. And today I have prepared two questions for you. The first question: what condition will be found in a plant cell that is taking up water from the external solution? And second question: what will result from an increase in the solute concentration in regards of the plant cell and water potential? In order to keep my explanation simple and easy to understand, I'm not going to show you full formula today. I'm going to do it in my following videos. And this picture is going to help me to explain how hydrostatic pressure works. Imagine that these two people just blowing bubbles in this bottle. And let's say that here we have zero pressure, atmospheric pressure. Of course, we live under 1 atmospheric pressure. And let's say that this girl blows with 1.5 atmospheric pressure. I'm taking this just numbers as fictional numbers, of course. And this guy blows with 2 atmospheric pressures. Who is going to make more bubbles? Of course, this guy is going to make more bubbles because he produces more effort and more pressure. So he is going to win and he is going to create more bubbles. But let's also take another situation where, for example, the same couple, but this time they're going to be sucking, I believe, Coca-Cola, or it can be Pepsi-Cola. And let's say that girl again suck with -1 atmospheric pressure and guy sucks with -2 atmospheric pressures. So now numbers are negative. And who is going to suck stronger? The one who can create more negative pressure. And this is going to be this guy again. If there is no lid on this bottle, they would suck both, but this guy would suck more. If they're going to be a lid with a good seal, then this girl is not going to drink anything at all, because this guy sucks much stronger. So here is going to suck this liquid alone. So just remember, the lower water potential, the stronger it sucks water inside the cell. Let me read our first question again. What condition will be found in a plant cell that is taking up water from the external solution? We can say not taking up, but sucking up water, and the water potential is going to be lower in the cell than its surroundings. One more time. The lower water potential, the stronger it's going to pull water inside the cell. But if water potential outside the root system would be lower, then water would go from the root system into the soil. So it goes in the direction of the lower water potential. And the last time, the smaller water potential, the greater pulling force on the water. Now, life example. Imagine that this is a tree. Here's the branches, and here's a crown, and here's a root system. And let's say this is a soil. And let's say in the soil we have water potential which is -0.4. In order to water penetrate the root system, in the root system water potential have to be at least, for example, -0.6. Then water would go in the roots. If we have these numbers reverse, for example, in the root system would be water potential -0.4 and in the soil -0.6, then water would go from the roots to the soil. But for water to go up in the trunk, then in the trunk water potential have to be even smaller, for example -5. And to go into the branches it have to be even lower, let's say -10. And in the atmosphere it's have to be, say, -100. All these numbers are just fictional, just for demonstration purpose. So now you understand that in order for water to be pulled and released from the leaves, water potential inside the tree on this way have to constantly decrease in order for water to move towards leaves, where it's going to be evaporated, and so we will have a cycle of water in nature. Now let's answer the second question. What will result from the increase in the solute concentration? Imagine that we have a beaker, and here in the middle we have a membrane that allows molecules of water to pass through it, but nothing else. And let's say we have 5 molecules of water here. Again, this is just simplified version. Of course, we cannot do such experiment with only 5 molecules of water. And on the other side, we have 1, 2, 3 molecules of water, and let's say 1, 2, 3 molecules of some salt. Where water is going to move? It's going to move from the higher concentration to the low concentration. So it's going to move in this direction. We also can say that on the right side, water potential would be lower. So the water moves to the side of the lower water potential from the side of the higher water potential. So on the left side, it's going to be higher. On the right side, it's going to be lower. So water moves from the higher water potential to the lower water potential. Again, this graph would explain why. And this also explains why many plants do not grow on the salty soils. Because if we have salt, for example, in a soil, this is going to change water potential of the soil. Lower water potential means that, for example, this number is going to be minus 0.8. And in the root system, it is minus 0.6. So here is the water potential is greater. And that means in this case, water is going to go from the plant to the soil. And plant or tree is going to die. And this explains why trees or plants do not grow on the salty soils. Only few of them can grow, and they have special mechanisms. And what is interesting, one of those mechanisms would be to increase solutes in the root system. What kind of solutes? It is not going to be salts, because salts in high concentrations are toxic for plants and animals, but instead plants would increase number of proteins, sugars, and other solutes, which is going to decrease water potential again. So would allow them to pull water inside the cells one more time. So now we are ready to answer the second question. What will result from increase in the solute concentration? In this case, we are going to see decrease in water potential. One more time, increase in the solute concentration will decrease water potential. And this is all for today. Subscribe and see you in the next video. Goodbye.